Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Tech in the Real World. I'm Mark Darwin, and today we're going to be looking at the Powerbeats Pro 2. So these are the successors to the Powerbeats Pro 1s, which were hit the market by storm a couple of years ago and were really popular. So these have got a lot to live up to. So in this video, I want to find out if these are worth your money, worth considering over the original Powerbeats ones, and worth considering over the competition. So stay tuned. Find out if these are worth buying. So first of all, let's have a look at what we get in the box. So the unbox, it was pretty simple because these are, for all of you that don't know, Beats are now owned by Apple. So all Beats products are packaged in very minimalist packaging, just as Apple products are. So we get the actual charging case, which is fairly large, and we'll talk about that later, and the headphones in here. We get about 5 or 6 different tips to change for the size of the ear, which is really nice to include because a lot of manufacturers only include 1 or 2, so that was really nice. And you get a USB-C cable to connect into your power supply as usual, because the case just connects by USB-C at the back, like most other cases do as well. There's a warranty information card and various other documentation, nothing major, and all the packaging is recyclable as well, which is really nice to see. So here we are. These are the Powerbeats Pro 2. They look very stylish, and they come in about 4 different colours. They come in purple, orange, grey, and black. So I picked these up, and I could only find the purple ones available. All the other colours had sold out everywhere, but I think they look really nice, and I actually quite like the colour. So it's a bit different to have something. I like to have a bit of colour. I get really bored of boring headphones in silver and black, but I like to have a bit of colour, so it's nice to see that. I particularly like the orange ones, but I couldn't find those when I was doing the video, so unfortunately we haven't got those to review. So after we've done the unboxing, let's get into the design and build quality of these headphones. I think it's quite interesting how they feel. So the design of the Powerbeats Pro 2 is very similar to the original Powerbeats Pro 1. Not much has changed. It's really what's inside the earbuds that has changed. So now you've got Apple's H2 chip, which is in the AirPods Pro 2s, for all you don't know, and it offers seamless connectivity with Bluetooth and Apple products, and it's a great chip. Like, I've got no complaints about the Bluetooth connectivity on these headphones. It is really good. So they feature an over-ear hook design, so like this. So they literally just slot over your ears, and you twist it like that. So then you can see you've got a nice integration on your ear, and they feel really secure in place. So these one thing that I particularly liked about these earbuds and this design is that they did not move from your ears at all when I was working out or when I was walking. They stayed in place really securely, so that was really nice. And the charging case is smaller than the original one, so it can fit in your pocket relatively easily. It's a lot bigger than AirPods Pro 2 charging case or other manufacturers' charging cases, but then you do get the hook design, so there are some trade-offs. So obviously you get the hook design and the bigger case, which I prefer personally, but some people may not. Also, the larger case enables you to have longer battery life, which we'll get onto in a minute. So I think the matte finish on the earbuds gives a nice premium feel, and you can swipe up and down to change the volume and various other features. There's touch controls on these, and I particularly enjoyed using those when I couldn't get to my phone. So the ear hooks are flexible and comfortable. I did try these. Actually, one thing I did notice on these was they are quite big ear hooks. So my wife's got quite small ears, and also a few of her friends tried them, and they were really hard to get on. So I ended up with like the earbud here and then that down there, so it didn't really fit very well. So we ended up having to like squash these into people's ears. So if anyone else has had this problem who's got ears on the smaller side, let me know down below in the comments, because I'd be interested to hear from you, because this was definitely one thing that I had a problem with on trying on. I didn't myself, because my ears are normal size, so I found them quite easy to fit, and they went in really fine. I've got no problems with the fit on these at all. They were fine. But other people who tried them on did have that problem. So I think it offers a nice snug fit. The tips, I did try various different sizes, and it is worth playing around with them to get the best fit, because it gives you the best sort of sound quality, which we'll get into in a minute, and also the noise cancellation, etc. when you're working out. So they are IPX4 rated, which is just water resistant, so don't drop these in the sink because they will not work. So they are just sweat resistant, like most headphones on the market these days, so not fully waterproof, but that's fine. Like, you're not going to be washing them in the sink or anything like that. So just bear that in mind when you are using them. They are not fully waterproof. So let's get on to the features and performance of these headphones, because they've got lots of new features and lots of exciting things on them that Apple have put on them. So the Powerbeats Pro 2 come with Apple's H2 chip, as mentioned, which means you get seamless connectivity with all Apple devices, and they are hands-free Hey Siri support. This chip also enhances Bluetooth range, so you can leave your phone in the gym. You might even be able to leave your phone in the locker somewhere and use these earbuds, depending how far it is, without your phone nearby. And I found these would work right around our house, from the bottom of the house to the top of the house, with seamless connectivity and no problem whatsoever with the connection dropping, which was really useful because of that H2 chip. I mean, Apple haven't even put the H2 chip in the AirPods Max, so that's going to give you, which is very disappointing, but they are in these, so it's really nice, and they are so light to sort of hold as well, which is really nice. So one thing I want to talk about now is the sound quality, because sound quality obviously is really important on any earbuds, even though these are fitness focused and not the main focus of these is not sound quality, but they are advertised as having decent sound quality, obviously. So to me, the sound quality was a disappointment. So I was expecting quite deep bass, because I know Beats used to have deep bass and relatively well-controlled highs and trebles. Nothing like audio. I didn't expect audiophile performance because they're not audiophile headphones. I just expected sort of AirPods Pro 2 sound quality, and they just don't offer it, in my opinion. So I thought maybe the ear tips were the problem, so I spent ages trying different ear tips out to get a better seal, and it improved a little bit trying different tips, but the bass to me was on the tinny side, even changing the EQ settings in the app. Everything like that, I could not get these to sound as I wanted them. So the sound quality to me was not up to what I expect for so they cost $249.99 at full retail price, which is a lot of money. Yes, you get a lot of features on them, but for that price, you expect a decent sounding pair of earbuds, like the AirPods Pro 2, for example, which are the same price, and have very good fit in your ears and can be used in the gym and are water resistant. So for me, because these are so Apple focused, yes, there is a Beats app you can download for Android, so they will work with Android more. They're more cross-platform compatible than the AirPods, but they don't sound as good. So to me, if I had an Apple iPhone or Apple ecosystem, I would be buying the AirPods Pro 2 over these, because these just to me don't sound as good. But anyway, that's my opinion. So the bass was lacking in sound. The sound was a bit muddy. One thing they do sound good for, though, because they do support spatial audio. So spatial audio music sounded better to me, and also Dolby Atmos movies, they were quite good for movie watching. I found them quite good for that on my Mac. So don't know why they sounded better for that, but they did. So maybe it's to do with the audio source. I did try them in various sources, and I couldn't really improve the sound very much. So we'll continue to have a play around with them. And I did read somewhere that some people had a faulty batch where the sound quality wasn't very good. So I'm wondering if these are part of that batch. So I may try asking Apple or Beats to swap them, see if they sound any better, and I will update the review if that's the case. So £249, I don't think they sound £249 like a pair of £249 headphones at the moment, but that possibly could be due to a faulty set, I don't know. Call quality on the microphone was great, nothing no problem there. Making calls out when I was exercising or walking to other people was absolutely fine, and because of that H2 chip, the connection was rock solid, so nothing at all there that I had any concerns about. So there's no lossless audio support here, so they've got, as we expect with Apple, there's nothing, so there's no LDAC or aptX support as usual with Apple products. But I don't think the earbuds are sound quality wise enough to justify this, so it doesn't really matter to a lot of people, but I just thought I'd point out in the review if anyone was expecting to support lossless audio, they don't, sorry. So now let's talk about noise cancellation and transparency modes, because that was pretty good. So the noise cancelling was really good, as Apple have perfected this over the years, and the AirPods Max and the AirPods Pro 2s and even the AirPods 4s all have really good noise cancellation on them because of Apple's noise cancellation tech with the H2 and H1 chips. So that was really good. Transparency modes were one of the best on the market, I think. Just like the AirPods Max, I think they have the best transparency modes in the market easily, and that was excellent. Battery life is probably one of the most impressive earbuds I've seen. So these offer 10 hours per charge and up to 45 hours with the case as well, which is incredible. So you probably, if you went on holiday, for example, you probably would only have to charge these once in a week, which is insane. Like, considering how they're not really huge either. So the battery's kind of been there, I think, where it offers that. Quick charging, for example, 1.5 hours gives you playback. 5-minute charge will give you 1.5 hours playback, which is great. Finally, the in-ear They have an in-ear heart rate monitor on these now, which to me is a little bit of a gimmick. A lot of manufacturers have tried this in the past and have failed, and Apple have done the same. So they've put it on and it's nowhere near it. It's probably about 10 or 20 beats different to my Apple Watch or other watches I've used. So to me, the accuracy wasn't good enough to worth using it, so I just didn't bother in the end. I suppose the feature's quite nice to have if you don't have a wearable, like a watch or a ring or anything like that, and you're just relying on your earbuds, then you've got something. So it does link into your Apple Health app as well, so that's quite nice to have. So it's a nice to have feature, but don't rely on it to be 100% accurate because it's still not quite there yet. Obviously, future software updates may change this. So connectivity-wise, the earbuds are a breeze to connect. As soon as you open the case, the iPhone will recognize them if you're an Apple user. If you install the Beats app on your Android phone, they will recognize the earbuds as well, and have no problem connecting to them on any phones. And the connection was really easy to use and seamless, and they can connect to multiple devices at once, and they will switch across the Apple ecosystem as we become to expect from Apple products. That was really, really good. Each earbud has physical buttons for controlling volume, so they kind of at the top there you can click the button to control the volume, and you can tap it to play and pause, which is nice to have the physical button for the volume, I think, because sometimes you easily knock it when it's not, so it's nice to have a physical button rather than touch control for the volume. Also, the buttons provide a bit of feedback and you can hear when you've pressed them, so it's nice to have that confirmation that you've pressed them. So let's just look at the pros and cons of these headphones before we sum up, and my overall recommendation. So overall, they've got a lot going for them. They offer a secure and comfortable fit. They offer workouts and long listening sessions, so they are aimed at the fitness market, and they do offer good fitness performance. They have a long battery life of up to 45 hours. The included charging case is pretty good. Yes, it's on the large side, but on the benefit of that is you get more battery life. Please bear in mind it will not fit in your pocket that easily. They have quick charging capabilities with fast boost, seamless connectivity with Apple devices with the H2 chip. Will work with Android very easily as well with the Beats app, and they also water and sweat resistance with IPX4, so they're ideal for exercise. The main cons then are the bulky case may not fit in your pocket that easily, so it's more of a bag kind of case. It's pricey. They're very pricey compared to other competitors on the market. So I've recently reviewed the Honor Earbuds Open, and they're a slightly different design because they sit on your ear rather than go in the ear canal. But I thought they sounded a lot better to me than these. So they were £149, half the price, and offer noise cancellation and offer various other features that these do. So I would look at the Honor Earbuds Open if you're a non-Apple user, because I think they are better for Android users than these. So sound quality needs improving in my opinion. It's not quite there and it needs to be better to justify the price. Limited features for Android users, so there are some missing out on some specific Apple features, and the in-ear heart rate measuring isn't accurate. So, if you're an Apple user, fine, they're good for Apple users, but I would look at the AirPods Pro 2, I think, over these in my opinion. So, are the Powerbeats Pro 2 worth it in summary? If you're looking for a pair of wireless earbuds that deliver a secure fit, impressive battery life, and you're mainly going to use them for workouts, running, anything like that, then yes, they are reasonable to consider. If you want something with a better sound quality to use on the aeroplane or traveling, and just a general pair of earbuds, I would look elsewhere in my opinion. So I am reviewing the Technics AZ100 at the moment. They're about the same price and they sound amazing. They have a very secure fit in your ear, great battery life, and they sound incredible, and they're also water resistant. So I'll get my review on those soon on the channel because I really want to highlight these stunning pair of earbuds. Much better sound quality than these, but obviously they haven't got the Beats name and the integration with Apple. So check out my review of the On-Ear earbuds. They're £149 and they're a bit cheaper, and I think they're really, really good, and I'll get my Technics review on there as soon as I can. So thank you for watching. I hope that's been helpful. As I say, anyone who's got these earbuds already or has always used them and thinks the sound quality is good, let me know down below and your reasons why, and let's have a discussion and see if I'm wrong about the sound quality on these, because I love being wrong. I hate giving products a bad review. So if anyone's had an experience of maybe sending them back and getting different, maybe it's a fault with them or something like that, just let me know. So if you have any questions about these, want to know more, or want to see any pictures of them, then just shout and I'll send them over. So thanks for watching. Please do subscribe if you enjoyed the video and give me a thumbs up if you can. Thank you very much.